don't know if I'm getting that clear enough for that. So to get how it works, It's very deep, I know, but it's not really. You just got to think of two, and the same example two, and the same example two, and the same example two, and the frequency, exactly the same, and the male and female have the same frequency. That's why there's union with each other, that's why they become one. Yeshua became one with his Father. It's the same principle, exactly the same thing. Wife and husband, the same relationship as Yeshua and his Father. The closeness, it's the oneness. The pattern comes down here, exactly the same. It was the same in the beginning with Adam and his woman. There was womb, the man, the same as him, but with a womb. So the man with the womb man, she had something what he didn't have to produce life. And it's the same. The same pattern. And the man has what the woman can't have to produce life. She can have as many eggs as she wants without the fertilization of like the male with the female. There's no life. It has to be male and female. That's how a circuit works. That's how an electric circuit works. It's a male and a female, a minus and a plus, and you create the circuit. You become one. And I hope I'm getting that clear. What's up there? There's an advert coming in. You cheeky fuckers. You with your fucking adverts. Fuck off. I'm sorry. But I didn't ask them to come on. It's just suddenly came on. Disturbing my peace. Pushing themselves into my face. There's lots of people do that. I get sick of it. Hey, here I am. I know. Fucking hell. Adverts. I know. Some of us. Not me. The YouTube, any of them, have no hold on me. I don't depend on their adverts to give me a revenue. But, in these difficult times, let's make allowances because, if we could help each other out by giving likes who need them, because it's a revenue and it helps them keep the channel on. It's just Jacob Israel. He should have a lot more for the content he brings. If anybody had to pay for that, if it was wrote down in a book, everything I eat, every video, the information he's got on his channel of exposing, it's incredible. I have to admit, I admire him so much. He's doing so well. Oh, my brother Bob Joyce. I've got to see this father. Watch the listen later. The brothers and sisters. Oh, I enjoy them. I felt as if I was there. I felt as if I was there. And I heard them. I've got to claim just to do this. Oh, Bernard. But they were really behind you, Bob. I heard one. He's got a great voice. And he felt Father's Spirit. Bob, I felt it come through him. You said something, he went, yes! And it was like this, our Father's Spirit. So, that was good. You fired them all up, Bob. You fired them up. That's what the Spirit does. What you did that day, Bob, on Sunday, let me just tell you this. Heaven, you actually brought heaven right here in that meeting. I felt heaven itself. If you wanted to experience heaven, come to Bob's meetings. Come to Bob's meetings, you'll experience heaven. They were all saying, I love you, I love you, I love you. And I felt it, Bob, I felt it. Oh, bless you, Bob. Father blessed you. If anybody's wondering who I'm on about, Pastor Bob Joyce. Oh, he's an angel. He's, of course, greater than an angel. You know why? Because he's a human being. And I'm going to explain why in a minute. I've got this little illustration of what makes the difference between angels. And he did mention this, the difference between angels and what comes to the 144,000 when they truly get this anointing. It started. But I'm going to explain how the six, because we are made up of six in the geometry or the gematria or gematria. It's the number 6, the human. But I'm going to bring in the geometry of the 5-pointed star. It's different to the 6-pointed star. The 6-pointed star is a geometry. It's based on like a flat, but the 5-pointed, which I'll explain, is different, totally different altogether. Totally different. Everything in the universe is based on the Fibonacci, the sequence, up to the, count the numbers 12. The 12th one is like 144. So, in the Fibonacci code, it all fits in with what I'm talking about here. Yeah? 144,000 in the Fibonacci code. It's embedded in the Fibonacci code. The 144. Count 12. It's not maths. Look, if you're freaked out about maths and you turn off and you say, oh, fuck that. Sorry. Oh, it's done so well. Oh, so sorry. I better go. Let me see. Maybe crap there. I've got to give it that way. I don't know how long this is going to be. I have no idea. We'll get up to the bride, and then it says, verse 3. And I heard a loud voice from the throne saying, loud voice from the throne. The throne. Yeah. Yeshua invites to sit on his throne as he sits on his Father's throne with him. The throne. Get. I'm sure you're getting there. I'll give you a bit of time. And I heard a loud voice from the throne saying, "Behold, the dwelling place of God." I'm going to say, Father, is with mankind. But which ones is he with? Because the dwelling place, if I was to check it in the Greek, it's the house, the temple, the tent. The tent. In the Hebrew. I'm trying to give you the Hebrew letter. it's like a tent covering. House. The house, the tent, is with man. The tent, the house, the temple. How can the temple be with mankind? What does it mean, the temple, the house, what's this all mean? It's starting to click now. The temple, the third temple. Oh, it must be that. The temple of Father, the house, the bed. It's with mankind. Aleph bet. Hebrew, just A and B. Aleph bet. Father in the house. Father's in the house. The Spirit of the Word in the house. The Spirit of the Word. Father, when we vibrate, exactly. The Spirit of the Word. Our Father's Spirit, we can't help but display what Yeshua himself, when he stood on this earth, it was Father himself, his Spirit, that dominated his Son, and it displayed itself in the most incredible love that Father could display. It was Father pushing him. His love was overflowing so much because he felt Father's compassion for the downtrodden, for the lowly. Our Father's personality came into his Son, and his Son vibrated exactly the same as him. That's why he felt the same as his Father. And there's no difference today. He would be exactly the same today if he was on this earth today. There's no difference. So the dwelling place of God is with man, and he will dwell with him. Father will dwell with us. They will be his people. Oh yeah. And their father. They will only have one father. I'm going to read it. This is from the Berean Standard Bible, so I'm going to read it as it says there. I keep paraphrasing, I keep bringing in thoughts because it's not quite the way the Greek says it. It's a translation. But I'll read it as they've translated it. And he will dwell with them. They will be his people, and God himself will be with them as their God. Feels a bit impersonal to me, because he's my father. He's my father. There's no one like him. I can't even measure him next to a God. He's greater than anything. He's our Father. I haven't got a word. God's not good enough. He's just the Father of light and love. The next part's going to be a little bit hard to do. I don't know if they'll understand it. Because it's about numbers. Go with the flow. I've got to go with the flow. Okay. Okay. Let me just take 2 minutes. My neck's been a bit stiff today. I don't know why. Oh, I know why. I've been carrying this big, heavy. I had this big, heavy load today. And I had about 4 miles to walk with this heavy rucksack. There's a lot of weight in it, a lot of weight. But I had to do it because I needed whatever I needed. And I had to walk. So I got back on my legs. It wasn't perhaps my legs, because the weight was a lot of weight, and it's pulled here. It's pulled here. But hey, I'm alright. It's a bit like, I don't know, in the army, you get the heavy rocks in the rucksacks, and they do this. That's me. I thought, oh, Father, amen. I'll enjoy it. And it was quite a nippy day. It's a nippy day today. And it warmed us up, because I had to get warm. And I start sweating on a cold day. And I got back and I walked into this house. When I walked out, it felt cold, because I don't put heating on. I never put the heating on. And when I walked in, it felt warm. I thought, oh. It's only because I'm getting the blood flowing in my body and heating my body up. Anyway, when I got back, I had a lovely. I got some sourdough bread. This beautifully baked sourdough bread. this soft cheese, beautiful big jaws, and it's crispy, gorgeous crispy. And I have some blue cheese. I'll not give you the name, but it's a good quality one. Put the two cheeses on, and I have some garlic leaves. Throw them on raw, so there's a crunch. Oh, it was absolutely scrumptious. I just like simple things. It always has to be good stuff. I don't eat meat unless it's been given to us. But I've told them all. I said to them, the last party I was at, I said, I can't eat that meat. And they said, oh well. And they started stuffing their faces, and I thought, oh fuck. And they ate these beautiful pork. Oh, it was dripping, and it was, and the smell, the aroma around the whole place, the pork. Oh man. I thought, oh fuck. But you see, I'd already gotten something off him before, and it's pork. I was ill. I can't eat it. I can't eat pork. I can't eat any meat. He said, why? At least you can eat fish, Joe, yeah. I says, I can't. It's a foamy. It's a foamy wave now. We've got some big cherry trees here. The wind's blowing. It's really big cherry trees. And they blossom. Oh man. I just look out on grass here. There's nothing in front of us. Just this long fence. There's a big amount of grass right down there, right into the corner, right over here. And they've got these big, massive cherry trees. How long they've been there, I haven't got a clue. Been there a long time. And there's loads of cherries every year. I just go over and pick them. Oh, it's gorgeous. It reminds me of a wedding. You know, I can understand why people get married this time of year, when all the petals, when they throw confetti, the paper, all the good old paper. It looks lovely on the floor. I've been to some weddings, and I love it when they get the boxes and they throw it all over them. And you see all these colours go over the white or the pink dress or the blue and the white or the cream or I don't know what colours either. But I love to see the confetti go on top of them, on their hair. They might have something on their hair here and it gets caught and it goes under the hair and her hair's. I just remember as a little boy saying these things. I think how beautiful a wedding is. I've been to lots of weddings when I was young, boy. Because I've got a big family and got money for it. And yeah, man. Oh, weddings, lovely. Let's hope those who are married, that you get this vibration that I'm on about. When you both come together, you vibrate exactly. It's a perfect union. I'll tell you something about magnets. I will get into this, hold on. Tell you something about magnets. A male and a female. Let's say you've got two quite strong magnets. And let's say the square ones. You're going to join them together. Now, the frequency is It's like, if you can get what I'm doing, that's the frequency. It goes out, comes in, right into the centre, comes out, comes in, falls up, out, comes in. It's a continual 8 in 3D. If you want to see it, it looks like a donut, but inside it's got this 8. An 8, number 8 round like that in 3D. So that's the frequency. So you have 2. Now if you get a magnet and the magnet matches, you have to have the south frequency to come to the north. Otherwise the frequency it pushes and it pushes and just doesn't work, and it's the centre just there's some great lads on the internet. I've given him some likes. He's the best in the world at explaining the frequency of a magnet. He's the only one I know who understands what I understand. He truly, fully understands. Greater than any of the scientists that's ever existed. And I'm including all of them. He understands. Just like Tesla. He's a bit like Tesla. He's got a great understanding. If you go to my likes, he's a broad lad. He's got fucking tattoos all over the place. Very intellectually spoken. Speaks as he is. He's a great scientist. Incredible. I would say probably the best in the world as we know today. But he doesn't get recognised. How sad. Yeah, he's got tattoos all over. He's got no hair on. Very, he doesn't swear like me. Oh no. So children could watch him. He's just really good. Children would learn lots from him, especially with magnets. He's brilliant. So if you're watching, Theo, something monkey as well. Cheeky monkey or something like that. I'm so sorry. If they're interested in science, true science, they'll find you, brother. They will. I should get into this. The spirit of the word in the house. So we've established that New Jerusalem is the temple, is the 144,000, is the box, yeah, just like in Ezekiel, the same, not quite the same size, it's just the same, it's the same principle over, put into you see, we have to have 2 witnesses. It was one of the same event, the same vision, and John had the same event, same vision. So 2 witnesses, again, the sort of same thing, backing each other up, of the same thing, exactly the same thing. If there were time travellers, it would be the same. I saw exactly what you saw, John. Yes, and I saw, so look at the book of John, the book of Revelation, that's where it is. New Jerusalem, it's got all the dimensions.